Hey, so let's jump right into it. So, I want you to be in a slight calorie deficit, meaning you're gonna be a little hungry. So, you should intuitively feel that throughout the day, just a little bit, and especially at night, just a tiny bit hungry, no major hunger. If you're that hungry, then find something to eat. um, but just a little bit. You will literally know that your body is in a deficit because you feel a little hungry periodically through the day. And like I said, on a scale of 1 to 10, let that hunger be like a level 5. Nothing insane. Okay, so I want to aim at like a little over 2,300 calories. So that's going to be around 140 grams of protein, 270 grams of carbs, and around 80 grams of fat. So obviously the easiest thing that we do in our diet as humans is we consume way too many high carb or high fat carbs and way too many fats in general because we get them from a lot of yummy foods. But we also get a lot of fats from higher fat proteins and things like avocado, nuts, oil, and stuff like that. So that's where we always have to be more conscious of where we're placing our fats. But we can definitely have what we want in our day. Just depends on the portion of it and where we place it. Like you wouldn't have 3 high fat meals in a row because you're definitely going to go over your fats. So here's a little complex carb list that I like. And complex carbs are low fat, low sugar. Well, the sugar is pretty moderate, but they're low fat. It's like natural sugars, obviously. And these little ice creams at the bottom are 0 fat ice creams. They're like sherbet type of fruity ones. So those are good for a low 0 fat alternative option for something sweet. Here's some milk options. That's a good one. That, almond milk. It's not milk, but it still is high protein. And then the Fairlife milk is good, as you know. And here's here's a little chart I found, which is really good for the lower fat, like creamers and stuff. Cool Whip is a good one if you want to have like dip some graham crackers in it or get kind of, creative with that. Find a creamer that isn't crazy high in fats, but also replace sour cream. If you're having sour cream, replace that with plain Greek yogurt. And there's actually one brand that's particularly really good over the other. So let me find that because I totally forgot. Okay, so once a week, have a cheat meal. A cheat meal is literally like anything you want: a piece of cake, a piece of pie, pizza and ice cream, something that's pretty much high fat, high carb, and little nutrients typically, low protein. But human brains work well with reward systems. So if you've done all your workouts or if you're doing good for the most part, halfway through the week, you can reward yourself on Thursday with that piece of pie. And then you feel satisfied, you feel in control, and you feel good. And you can also fit it in your day, or you can go over your macros a tiny bit. That's fine. But this is an example of hitting your macros in one day. So you can look over all these foods, and it's literally a lot of food and a lot of good food too. But before your workout, if you're hungry before your workout, just have any type of simple carb, like right before, like a small apple, a half a banana, even a little pack of fruit snacks, like anything that'll be a simple carb. And then right after your workout, you're going to want to consume some sort of protein option and maybe a couple bites of the rest of the banana. You want to get that protein intake right after, and then followed by your dinner meal, maybe an hour after that or 45 minutes after that, whenever you get hungry. You can also fit in this little Snickers bar at the bottom too. Those are good on macros. They're not too bad. But I'm just kind of showing how you can fit in something like that in your day without having something that's crazy amount of carbs and fats, but still good, like a candy bar, like a Snickers bar. But this is hitting your macros at around 2,200 calories. So I actually left a little bit of room, and it's good to leave a little bit of room instead of being right around the calorie mark, because a lot of times we don't accurately log our foods. So we're going to be a little bit off with our portions. So I always like to save a little bit just in case we do our portions a little bit off. But this was about 240 carbs, 70 grams of fats, and 150 grams of protein. That was like a killer day with protein and pretty good on the fats. So that's awesome. So like I said earlier, think of it as 2 of your meals can be higher fat, higher carb. And then the rest of them will be a little bit like lower fat. I don't want to say 0 fat, but just like lower fat. And then you shouldn't go over your fats, but just pick and choose where you want to place those higher fat meals. A good tip is if you know you're going to have something high fat, high carb, like pizza and ice cream, or you're going out to a big buffet dinner, you can literally plug that into MyFitnessPal app at the beginning of the day, and then you'll know what you have left over. And I think I already mentioned this, but it's a good way to just see what things take up. Hey. So then you know what you have left in the day. But yeah, that wraps it up. Let me know if you have any questions. I hope this helps, especially looking at a new perspective of a meal plan of all this food in one day. And then these options as well as the milk ones. I like that Silk almond milk. It's not bad. I like it. It's high protein, so, and lower fat, obviously, low sugar. And also for a sweet treat, do those little sherbets or Italian ices. Those are awesome. But let me know if you have any questions. I hope this helped. And let me know if you want me to go over anything else, like specifically. Let me know. Okay.